The very first appearance of the X-Men, created by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby, Cyclops, Jean Grey, Beast, Angel, and Iceman debut as a team of young mutants trained by Professor X to fight for a world that fears them. Their first battle is against Magneto, the master of magnetism, introducing the rivalry that would define the series. This issue launched Marvel's mutant mythology and remains one of the most valuable comics ever published. X-Men number 2, 1963. The X-Men face their second challenge with the debut of the Vanisher, a mutant criminal who can teleport out of any trap. Professor X takes a more active role here, using his psychic powers to defeat the villain when the team is outmatched. This issue expanded the idea of a wider mutant world beyond Magneto, showing that mutant abilities could take many unpredictable forms. X-Men number 3, 1964. The X-Men battle the Blob, a carnival worker whose immovable body makes him nearly unstoppable. At first, Professor X offers him a place on the team, but Blob rejects the idea and gathers his fellow performers to attack the school. This story highlights the theme of mutants struggling with acceptance and introduces the idea that not all mutants want to join Xavier's dream. X-Men number 4, 1964. Magneto returns and forms the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants, introducing Quicksilver, Scarlet Witch, Toad, and Mastermind. This marks the first mutant team opposed to the X-Men, setting up a major rivalry that would define the series for decades. The issue also begins the complex relationship between Magneto and his children, Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch, who struggle between loyalty to him and their own morality. X-Men number 5, 1964. The X-Men once again clash with Magneto and his Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. This time, the stakes rise as the two teams face each other head-on, showcasing their contrasting philosophies: Xavier's dream of coexistence versus Magneto's vision of domination. The issue reinforces the X-Men's role as protectors, even against their own kind, and cements the Brotherhood as their primary early adversaries. X-Men number 6, 1964. The X-Men encounter Namor the Submariner, who is courted by Magneto to join the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. Torn between his undersea kingdom and the mutant cause, Namor ultimately rejects Magneto's manipulations. This crossover expanded the X-Men's world, linking them to Marvel's larger universe, and hinted at Namor's complex identity as both Atlantean and mutant. X-Men number 7, 1964. The Brotherhood of Evil Mutants returns, this time targeting the X-Men directly in another clash of rival teams. The issue deepens the conflict between Xavier's students and Magneto's followers, showing how both groups are growing in power and influence. It also continues to develop the theme of mutants choosing sides between unity and conquest in the larger struggle for survival. X-Men number 8, 1964. The X-Men face Unus the Untouchable, a mutant whose force field power makes him impervious to their attacks. Struggling against his abilities, the team is forced to get creative to neutralize him. This issue stands out as an early example of mutants with defensive powers and continues to broaden the diversity of abilities in the Marvel Universe. X-Men number 9, 1965. The X-Men cross paths with the Avengers in their first major team crossover. Both groups clash when Magneto manipulates events to pit them against each other. The story highlights the growing importance of mutants within the wider Marvel Universe and shows the X-Men standing shoulder to shoulder with Earth's mightiest heroes. It also reinforces Magneto's cunning as a villain who can turn even allies into enemies. X-Men number 10, 1965. The X-Men confront Mastermind, a member of the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants, who uses illusions to manipulate reality and challenge the team's trust in each other. This issue emphasizes the psychological dangers mutants can face, not just physical threats, and showcases the X-Men learning to rely on teamwork and strategy against cunning adversaries. X-Men number 11, 1965. The X-Men face Juggernaut, the unstoppable villain empowered by the Crimson Gem of Cyttorak. This issue introduces a major threat that tests the team's strength and unity. It highlights the X-Men's growth as heroes, showing that even the most powerful foes can be challenged through teamwork, courage, and strategy. X-Men number 12, 1965. The X-Men Battle. The Sentinels, for the first time, massive mutant-hunting robots built to eradicate them. This issue introduces the recurring theme of fear and prejudice against mutants, showing that their greatest enemies aren't always other supervillains but society itself. It also reinforces the team's role as defenders of both mutants and humanity. X-Men number 13, 1965. The X-Men confront the return of Magneto, whose plans grow more elaborate and threatening. This issue reinforces the ongoing ideological battle between Xavier's vision of peaceful coexistence and Magneto's belief in mutant superiority. The team's perseverance under pressure demonstrates their evolving skills and strengthens the foundation of the X-Men mythos. X-Men number 14, 1965. The X-Men face Unus the Untouchable again, this time with his powers at full strength. The team struggles to find a way past his invulnerability, highlighting their growing teamwork and ingenuity. This issue continues to explore the diversity of mutant abilities and the challenges they bring, emphasizing that strength alone isn't enough to overcome every threat. X-Men number 15, 1965. The X-Men confront the Vanisher, returning with a new scheme that tests their ability to anticipate unpredictable powers. This issue emphasizes problem-solving and teamwork, as the mutants must think beyond their individual abilities to defeat him. It also continues to expand the world of mutants, showing that danger can come from anywhere, even from those with seemingly minor roles. X-Men number 16, 1965. The X-Men face the Blob once more, who has grown stronger and more determined to challenge them. This issue reinforces the recurring theme of mutants, confronting not only physical threats, but also moral choices, as the X-Men strive to protect both villains and innocents. It showcases their continued growth as a team capable of handling increasingly dangerous adversaries. X-Men number 17, 1965. The X-Men encounter the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants again, facing Quicksilver, Scarlet Witch, Toad, and Mastermind in a coordinated attack. This issue deepens the ongoing rivalry with Magneto's team, highlighting both ideological conflict and the escalating stakes of their battles. The story emphasizes teamwork, strategy, and the challenges of confronting foes with complementary powers. X-Men number 18, 1965. The X-Men confront Juggernaut once again, whose sheer power pushes the team to its limits. This issue highlights the importance of strategy, coordination, and persistence in overcoming seemingly unstoppable foes. It also reinforces the X-Men's role as defenders of both mutants and humanity, showing that courage and teamwork are their greatest assets. X-Men number 19, 1966. The X-Men face Mastermind again, who uses illusions to manipulate the team's perceptions and create internal conflict. This issue explores the psychological challenges mutants can face, showing that battles aren't just physical. It reinforces the X-Men's reliance on trust, teamwork, and intellect to overcome complex threats. X-Men number 20, 1966. The X-Men confront Magneto in a dramatic showdown, testing both their powers and their resolve. This issue emphasizes the ongoing ideological struggle between Xavier's vision of peaceful coexistence and Magneto's pursuit of mutant dominance. It solidifies Magneto as the X-Men's greatest early adversary and reinforces the team's commitment to protecting both mutants and humans. X-Men number 21, 1966. The X-Men face a new threat in the Blob, whose strength and stubbornness challenge the team once more. This issue highlights the importance of teamwork and clever tactics over raw power. It also continues to explore the theme of mutants struggling to balance their abilities with responsibility, reinforcing the core values of the X-Men. X-Men number 22, 1966. The X-Men confront Magneto and his Brotherhood once again, facing a series of elaborate traps and schemes. This issue deepens the rivalry between the X-Men and their arch-nemesis, showcasing the team's growing coordination and strategic thinking. It also reinforces the ongoing theme of mutants striving to protect a world that often fears them. X-Men, number 23, 1966. The X-Men Battle. The Vanisher, whose teleportation powers make him a slippery and unpredictable foe. This issue emphasizes the team's need to adapt and think creatively when facing mutants with unique abilities. It reinforces the ongoing lessons of teamwork, strategy, and using intelligence alongside superpowers to overcome challenges. X-Men number 24, 1966. The X-Men face Juggernaut once more, whose immense strength forces the team to cooperate in new ways. This issue highlights the growing experience and maturity of the X-Men as they confront increasingly powerful adversaries. It also reinforces their commitment to protecting both mutants and the broader world despite overwhelming odds. X-Men number 25, 1966. The X-Men confront Mastermind again, who uses illusions to manipulate their perceptions and create chaos within the team. This issue emphasizes the importance of trust, teamwork, and clear thinking, showing that defeating a cunning foe requires more than just raw power. It also reinforces the ongoing theme of mutants facing both external and internal challenges. X-Men number 26, 1966. The X-Men battle the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants in another high-stakes confrontation. This issue showcases the ongoing clash of ideologies between Xavier's vision of peaceful coexistence and Magneto's pursuit of mutant dominance. It also highlights the team's growing skills, teamwork, and resilience as they face increasingly dangerous threats. X-Men number 27, 1966. The X-Men face the Blob once again, whose immense strength and immovability challenge the team's tactics. This issue emphasizes creative problem-solving and teamwork, showing that the X-Men must combine their unique abilities to overcome formidable opponents. It also continues to explore the theme of mutants navigating a world that fears and misunderstands them. X-Men number 28, 1966. The X-Men confront Magneto in a climactic battle that tests both their powers and their resolve. This issue highlights the ongoing ideological struggle between Xavier's dream of coexistence and Magneto's vision of mutant superiority. It reinforces the X-Men's commitment to protecting both mutants and humanity, solidifying their role as heroes in a challenging world. X-Men number 29, 1966. The X-Men face Mastermind yet again, whose illusions create confusion and tension within the team. This issue emphasizes the importance of trust, strategy, and teamwork, showing that intelligence and coordination are just as crucial as superpowers. It also reinforces the recurring theme of mutants confronting both external threats and internal challenges. X-Men number 30, 1967. The X-Men Battle. The Vanisher once more, whose teleportation abilities make him a difficult and unpredictable opponent. This issue highlights the team's growing experience and ingenuity, demonstrating that success often requires clever tactics and collaboration. It also reinforces the X-Men's ongoing role as defenders of both mutants and humanity. X-Men number 31, 1967. The X-Men confront Juggernaut again, whose overwhelming strength pushes the team to work together like never before. This issue emphasizes teamwork, strategy, and resilience, showing that even the most powerful foes can be challenged when the mutants combine their unique abilities. It also reinforces the ongoing theme of courage in the face of seemingly impossible odds. X-Men number 32, 1967. The X-Men face the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants once again, testing their skills and teamwork against Magneto, Quicksilver, Scarlet Witch, and Toad. This issue highlights the escalating rivalry between the two teams and reinforces the series' central themes of unity, strategy, and defending both mutants and humanity from powerful adversaries. X-Men number 33, 1967. The X-Men confront Mastermind, whose illusions create confusion and distrust within the team. This issue emphasizes the importance of clear thinking, trust, and teamwork in overcoming challenges. It also reinforces the idea that mutant battles are not just physical but mental, highlighting the X-Men's growth as both heroes and strategists. X-Men number 34, 1967. The X-Men face the Blob in another intense showdown, forcing the team to devise clever strategies to overcome his incredible strength. This issue emphasizes teamwork, problem-solving, and resilience, while continuing to explore the challenges mutants face in a world that fears and misunderstands them. X-Men number 35, 1967. The X-Men confront Magneto once again in a dramatic battle that tests their powers, teamwork, and determination. This issue reinforces the ongoing ideological conflict between Xavier's vision of peaceful coexistence and Magneto's pursuit of mutant dominance. It also solidifies the X-Men's role as defenders of both mutants and humanity. X-Men number 36, 1967. The X-Men face Mastermind again, whose illusions challenge their perception and test the team's trust in one another. This issue highlights the importance of teamwork, intelligence, and perseverance in overcoming complex threats. It also reinforces the recurring theme that mutant battles require both mental and physical strength. X-Men number 37, 1967. The X-Men confront the Vanisher, whose teleportation powers create unpredictable challenges. This issue emphasizes creative problem-solving, coordination, and teamwork, showing how the mutants must rely on each other's strengths to succeed. It also continues the ongoing theme of mutants facing threats that test both their abilities and their unity. X-Men number 38, 1967. The X-Men face Juggernaut in another epic battle, pushing the team to use strategy and teamwork to counter his unstoppable strength. This issue highlights the importance of coordination and clever tactics, reinforcing the X-Men's role as defenders of both mutants and humanity against powerful adversaries. X-Men number 39, 1967. The X-Men confront the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants once again, including Magneto, Quicksilver, Scarlet Witch, and Toad. This issue emphasizes teamwork, strategy, and resilience as the team faces coordinated attacks. It also deepens the ongoing rivalry between Xavier's vision of coexistence and Magneto's belief in mutant supremacy. X-Men number 40, 1968. The X-Men face Mastermind once more, whose illusions challenge the team's perception and cohesion. This issue highlights the importance of trust, strategy, and mental resilience in addition to physical strength. It reinforces the ongoing theme that mutants must overcome both external and internal challenges to succeed. X-Men number 41, 1968. The X-Men confront the Blob, whose immense strength and stubbornness test the team's tactics and teamwork. This issue emphasizes creative problem-solving, collaboration, and perseverance, while continuing to explore the theme of mutants facing challenges both from foes and a world that fears them. X-Men number 42, 1968. The X-Men face Magneto in another high-stakes battle, testing their powers, coordination, and resolve. This issue highlights the ongoing ideological clash between Xavier's dream of peaceful coexistence and Magneto's belief in mutant superiority. It reinforces the X-Men's role as defenders of both mutants and humanity. X-Men number 43, 1968. The X-Men confront Mastermind again, whose illusions create confusion and tension within the team. This issue emphasizes the importance of trust, strategy, and teamwork, showing that overcoming complex threats requires more than just raw power. It also reinforces the recurring theme of mutants facing challenges both physical and psychological. X-Men number 44, 1968. The X-Men battle the Vanisher once again, whose teleportation powers make him a difficult and unpredictable opponent. This issue highlights the team's growing experience, ingenuity, and reliance on each other's strengths. It also reinforces the ongoing theme of mutants facing threats that challenge both their abilities and their unity. X-Men, number 45, 1968. The X-Men confront Juggernaut once more, whose immense strength tests the team's coordination and strategy. This issue emphasizes teamwork, perseverance, and clever tactics, reinforcing the X-Men's role as defenders of both mutants and humanity in the face of overwhelming power. X-Men number 46, 1968. The X-Men face the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants again, including Magneto, Quicksilver, Scarlet Witch, and Toad. This issue highlights the ongoing rivalry between Xavier's vision of peaceful coexistence and Magneto's pursuit of mutant dominance. It also emphasizes teamwork, strategy, and the X-Men's growing experience in handling coordinated threats. X-Men number 47, 1968. The X-Men confront Mastermind once again, whose illusions create confusion and test the team's trust in one another. This issue emphasizes the importance of teamwork, strategy, and mental resilience, reinforcing the idea that mutant battles require both brains and brawn. X-Men number 48, 1968. The X-Men face the Blob in another intense confrontation, forcing them to rely on teamwork and clever tactics to overcome his incredible strength. This issue reinforces the themes of collaboration, strategy, and the ongoing challenges mutants face in a world that fears and misunderstands them. X-Men number 49, 1968. The X-Men confront Magneto once more in a climactic battle that tests their abilities, teamwork, and resolve. This issue highlights the ongoing ideological conflict between Xavier's vision of peaceful coexistence and Magneto's pursuit of mutant superiority. It also reinforces the X-Men's commitment to protecting both mutants and humanity. X-Men number 50, 1968. The X-Men face Mastermind again, whose illusions challenge their perception and teamwork. This issue emphasizes trust, strategy, and mental resilience, showing that defeating cunning foes requires more than raw power. It continues the theme of mutants navigating both external threats and internal challenges.